All right. Hello out there to anyone watching, past, present, future. This is to the 6th episode of Something Fell, a YouTube show devoted to Dave Sim's Cerebus. Today we're going to look at Cerebus number 6, featuring the first appearance of Jaka. Spoilers. But first, let's talk about the work that we make here. This is Carl Stevens' Mother Nature. Carl, you want to talk about this?
Sure. It was a book that I did in 2023, my most recent book. It was written by Jamie Lee Curtis and Russell Goldman. And this is how the publisher Titan Comics describes it. After witnessing her engineer father die in a mysterious circumstance on one of the Cobalt Corporation's experimental oil extraction projects, Nova Terrell has grown up to hate the seemingly benevolent company that the town of Ketch Creek, New Mexico relies on for its livelihood, and thanks to the Mother Nature Project, its clean water. Haunted by her father's death, the rebellious Nova wages a campaign of sabotage and vandalism on the oil giant's facilities and equipment, until one night she accidentally makes a terrifying discovery about the true nature of Mother Nature Project and the malevolent, long-dormant horror it has awakened, and that threatens to destroy them all.
All right. And that's available from?
That's from Titan Comics, and it's available wherever books are sold.
All right. And up next, Penny.
And Penny is 140 pages of gag strips about my cat named Penny and her being a prisoner in our apartment and her existential thoughts. Like I said, it's gag strips, so it's funny, and it's probably my most beloved work to date. There's a sequel coming out called Pepper that's about her sister that'll be out this October from Toon Books.
Great. And I myself make a couple of zines about comics. The main one is Canon. Features interviews, articles, what have you. Just whatever I and a few other comics obsessed guys are interested in that moment. We have a spinoff, Die With Your Mask On. Newest issue, number 3, features the 100 best superhero comics of all time. Exactly what it sounds like. We went through, made a list, counted them down. Full disaffected fanboy glory. And then the last thing, 50 things I love about Fantagraphics. Just a little zine detailing 50 things from their history. Some of these are obvious. Carl Barks Duck Comics, The Complete Crumb. Some are a little more esoteric, like the TCJ message boards, various letter columns feuds.
That's what it's all about.
It is. All right. Okay, we're going to jump into this issue.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So, number 6. What do you think of this cover, Carl?
I think it's pretty dynamic. It reminds me of classic Hollywood Western, the way it's composed with Cerebus hanging on the chandelier and, kicking that Borrelian. Is it a Borrelian? In the face, and he's knocking over a chair. Again, it seems like he's added like a new color, the red orange.
Mm-hmm.
The previous issues seem to be limited to the primary colors, so now he's using a secondary. Again, Dave has this very innate sense of compositional balance, and that's fully on display here with all these shapes. It's very well composed. What do you think?
I agree with you. And that's been kind of the biggest revelation of these early issues, having not read them in so long. What a good just sort of designer he is of these pages.
Yes.
Even when the drawing's a little clunky, the blacks are spotted well, and he he'll just put in random shapes just to make the overall image pleasing. But I do like that there's like a full action scene. Everything so far has been pretty static.
That's true.
And I like those static covers he's done. But it is interesting to see, Cerebus flying around here and kind of wreaking havoc. And I like all the textures, all the different designs in the background.
That's true.
The screens. This you can't really see it here on this screen, but when you're looking at the actual cover, the dots on this orange are big. It's like a Roy Lichtenstein painting or something. You can really see the screens. But it works. It's great.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, jump inside.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we have it isn't called a note from the president or note from whatever it will be eventually. Note from the publisher.
That is interesting. It's like the last couple, I think, did have note from the publisher listed, but this does not. So
yes,
I mean, I guess it's not that interesting, but I just chose not to. But since I started it back with issue 1, I guess I should continue and read Denny's note.
Alrighty.
Okay. This issue, I've got so much to tell you that it's hard to know where to begin. For starters, in August, Dave and I went to a comics convention in Toronto. We had the surprise of our lives. We found out that Cerebus has quite a following. By the time we came home, Dave had writer's cramp from signing autographs. He was so happy that I doubt his feet hit the ground for a week. We had so many people coming up and telling us about Cerebus, what he eats and drinks, how he thinks. It was great. I even had someone come up to me and ask if I'd be interested in publishing a comic book of his work. Even though I had to say no, it was a great compliment. To be recognized as a publisher is something important to me. I'd like to say thanks to everyone who came to our table and hope to see you again at the next convention. The other big announcement this issue is a more personal one. Dave and I are getting married. In fact, by the time that this issue goes to print, we will be married. This issue is special to me in that the ending is my wedding present from Dave. No joke. It's different, and when you read it, I think you'll understand. One last bit of news. Cerebus has been doing quite well sales-wise. Keep your fingers crossed, though. And if the present growing trend continues, we're planning on expanding at Aardvark Vanaheim Press next week. Maybe sooner if our finances will allow it. What this will mean is a new title to be coming out as soon as we can afford to print and fill enough orders. We are also going to be putting out a newsletter with a 6-page story, Cerebus, of course, and info to keep you up to date on what's happening here at AV Press. This is, of course, if enough people are interested in seeing this sort of thing. So if you'd like to see this, drop us a postcard with your name and address, and we'll start compiling a mailing list. We are thinking of making it $2 for 5 issues for a 5-issue subscription. Don't send money now. We need to get enough orders before we can start on this thing. And if you buy through a dealer, let them know that you're interested. We can't expand without you. End of lecture. I'll keep you posted each issue how things progress. I think it's time we got around to the important stuff, like reading this issue of Cerebus. Right? Denise there. Yeah. It is interesting that the fans come first, and the marriage is second.
That's right.
But I think we said it in previous episodes that this does seem like rather unique within underground comics, especially at this time, to share such personal details about the artists' lives. I mean, I can't think of. I mean, is aside from perhaps Crumb, but he wasn't really just writing it. I mean, it was more like autobio stuff. It was actually in comics, but to have this kind of peek behind the scene and text, right? Is that unique?
I think so. I can't think of anyone else like this. And when you mentioned that, I immediately thought of their direct contemporaries, the Peonies,
Right.
doing ElfQuest. But I don't. I've read those ElfQuest, but I haven't read all the back matter, all the issues. So I don't know if they're chronicling their relationship and all that as well. Though it wouldn't surprise me if they were, but maybe it's just part of a new breed, more of a fan creator.
That's true. Yeah, it probably has something to do with fandom.
Yeah.
Just as a way. I mean, it's probably unconscious, but a way to build like a bond, like with your fan base, to like let them in on your lives. It's kind of like a predecessor to Instagram,
Yeah,
like social media.
and the fact that they're couples, I think, probably makes a big difference, right? That they're in it together, so it probably is a big chunk of their lives. It's not just Dave Sim working at a drawing table and then he goes down and has dinner. I mean, it's they're probably talking about this, before she goes to work, when she comes home from work, when they're sitting around, they're going and doing conventions.
Right.
It's going to become the major point of their lives,
Right.
or the major focus of their lives.
Yeah. It's kind of incredible.
We won't worry about this intro from the Swords of Cerebus, but I do want to point out up here. I'm not sure when he starts doing it in the regular series, but he would always put the circulation in.
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody else who ever did that.
Yeah, same. It's like quite a flex. I mean,
yeah, he's selling 22,000 copies of a reprint.
Yeah, I was like running the math on that, and like, because Diamond or the distributors like traditionally took a 60% cut. So, and if the price is 125, so he's making what, like 75? No, like less than that. 60 cents an issue. Give or take. So, that's close to $10,000. Just for like a reprint.
Yeah.
So, and like that's for the bi-weekly, and Cerebus in 1989 was probably selling in the mid 30,000 range, I would imagine.
I think that's where it peaked. Yeah, it was in the
30s. 80s.
I mean, just the quick math here, 50 cents times 22,000.
Yeah, it's $11,000.
11,000, and it didn't cost him 11,000 to print this, or the logistics was probably pretty great. I mean,
yeah,
he was making a lot of money just off of work he already made.
Right. He was comfortably upper middle class.
Yes.
Off of self-publishing an underground comic, but an aardvark.
Yeah. And then when he gets to the books, he's staying at the Savoy and getting that limousine.
Well, that was like the whole part of it, and this is kind of the birth of that. He's like creating this cult of personality, and it's also kind of thumbing his nose at publishers because he becomes such a so dogmatic about self-publishing. So like that's part of it. It's like see, if like you really put the time and work in, this is what you could achieve. So
yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into the story then.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a tandem here, a small guy and a big guy, and they are.
Oh wait, sorry, Colin. Like you're like missing there's like a page missing. There's like there's a title page before that page.
Right. Yeah. Well, here. Let's go back to here.
Sorry, folks.
No, yeah, sorry. Archive.org is letting us down.
Yeah.
So, yeah, page 1.
Mm-hmm.
Basically just a setup. This guy is staggering through an alleyway, and he lands at the feet of Cerebus. There's our title, The Secret.
Right.
Nice setup, kind of once again very Barry Windsor Smithian.
Yeah, those little inking ticks like around the shoulders, and the way they're kind of there's like these like thick little short lines that trail off into dots. That's something that I always think of BWS.
Yeah, I like the blood dripping here.
Yeah, it's a nice touch.
And then of course Cerebus is very simple feet.
Right.
Yeah, always a little jarring when that happens, but
yeah, masking, as Scott McCloud calls it, just to have like a cartoony character against a semi-realistic background.
All right. Okay, thanks for catching that. Yeah, so anyway, the guys collapsed in an alley, and we've got this tandem here, a little guy, a big guy. And they notice that Cerebus is standing over him. And so he sends the big guy over to, ask him, but I assume that means just sort of pound on him until he gets what he wants, and it doesn't quite go that way.
Yeah. Do you think that the brains, like what's the guy's name?
I don't know. The big guy is Turg the Unduly Tall.
Yeah. Well, the guy with the mustache kind of looks like what's his name? Like my brain just froze. The not Tom Selleck, but the guy that was in like Boogie Nights and Hooper.
Oh, Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds, thank you. Jesus. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm showing my age.
Yeah.
That my brain is failing, right?
I see what you're saying. Yeah. He's definitely meant to be kind of shrimpy, though, which I guess you wouldn't ever say about Burt Reynolds.
That's true. Not to his face. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the mustache. He's a very 70s looking character, that's for sure.
Yeah, I guess that's probably it. Anyway. And also, I mean, like Turg kind of looks like Thor, I think. Maybe it's just like the medallions, But like I wonder if that's like a subtle parody.
I think that's a really good call.
Yeah. Especially that top left panel.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, he just looks like a grinning idiot. Yeah, I like this nice silhouette panel here with Cerebus.
Yeah. Again, like with the blacks, it's very, very masterful.
Yeah, and then when we see Cerebus, he's framed nicely, as he just said. It's really good. But yeah, this last panel here with the sound effects, this becomes like a Dave Sim thing, this sort of Looney Tunes-esque. The violence is happening off panel. He's gonna just show a few sound effects of what's happening.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he obviously becomes like one of the great letterers in the medium. And actually, like I remember writing him when I was like a younger cartoonist, and he talked about the lettering, and he said that it was his aim to draw the letters. Like, if you like draw the letters, it like makes them more interesting. So that, kind of opened up a big door for me, like with my own work, to like just think about them as not just words, but actually just shapes, like how they can be
integrated into the artwork that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then here's him doing the Two-Face, the reaction shot. Another Dave Sim trope.
Yeah, totally. But I mean, he didn't invent that. I mean,
no. But it is part of his repertoire. It will really become.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, it doesn't go very well for Turg. He's just pounded on, and Cerebus standing on him.
Yeah, I love that panel. It's really.
Yeah.
I mean, like Cerebus looks like shorter than usual, but I wonder if it's just to emphasize you know, like how big Turg is supposed to be. But
Sure.
but it's just
Yeah.
great, like the expression and everything. It's, you know.
Yeah, it's a great Cerebus. He I know I've said this before, but he looks like it's pasted on. It looks like a drawing from a different piece of paper that he has cut out and put on.
Yeah, totally.
Just because of Cerebus's tones.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a great panel.
Yeah.
And so yes. Sorry, Carl, go ahead.
Oh no, I mean, just to echo your point that he is very flat looking, you know, but it like somehow works, you know. He still feels like he's standing on top of him.
Yeah, for sure. I guess McLeod was more observant than we thought he was. Well,
he was talking about anime.
Yeah, I know.
Which hadn't really penetrated like North America by the late 70s. So
very true. Yes, he certainly would have never seen any of that stuff.
Yeah.
So somehow the slick talking guy, I think his name is Elas, and he somehow convinces Cerebus to help him drag off his big friend. Another nice silhouette panel here.
At the bottom, yeah.
And so they end up in a tavern here where, they're talking about this, excuse me, saying what a great tavern it is and how the main attraction is Jaka. And so this is our very first appearance of Jaka here. This little tiny figure.
Yeah. I know it is kind of slapdash.
Yeah.
Again, I mean, it's he hasn't really figured out his like visual language when it comes to human anatomy yet. He's still like a bit clumsy with it. So especially with women, so he hasn't figured out how to draw them yet.
Yeah. Do you think that a more mature sim would have done a big reveal of her? Or
I think so.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it would have been drawn out more, probably.
Yeah.
He would probably, that panel would be stretched into like 2 pages, perhaps.
Yeah.
And then, he might have done like he might have like had like a whole like half a page of Jaka dancing like that, right? I mean, not to skip ahead, but I'm pretty sure he did that in Jaka's story.
Yeah.
Like 10 years later. So
yeah, I wonder, this is such a quibble, but this whole show is about quibbling. But I do wonder if this would have been more effective if he had not had her here at all.
Mm-hmm.
And then just followed later on this next page. You only see part of her and then we get a reveal. But he's not setting us up for much excitement with this little drawing here.
Or if he had that silhouetted guy like between them, like if his head was like bigger, maybe like blocking her like legs, and then maybe like you just saw like her hair or something, like you didn't see her full body, but you just got like a glimpse. But I mean, he's still learning,
of course. Speaking of still learning, we have a typo here in this thought balloon.
Right.
not a big deal, but he would go on to pay a proofreader for many, many years. Another innovation amongst independent comics.
Right. I mean, I'm looking at the bi-weekly, like my copy of the bi-weekly, and it's he, even 10 years later, like didn't correct it.
Yeah.
I like wonder if it's it's corrected by now. I want to grab my phone book and look at it.
Yeah. Maybe he just thought, well, that's how it originally appeared, so that's how it's going to appear. I mean, they've remastered these things, so I wonder if the remasters have them.
Yeah. That's quibbling. Yeah. All right.
Yes, big time quibbling. Yes.
Yeah. If you got it right there, you should just check.
That's right. And so yeah, so this guy's using this whole meeting as an excuse to drug his ale.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
And the idea is to make him more pliable, but suggestible is the word he uses, but all it really does is seems to make Cerebus horny. To make Jaka more appealing to him.
Yeah.
It's interesting also, I mean, I guess Red Sophia was in issue 3, and he did not seem to be too interested in her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not at all. He evinced no interest in her sexually.
Right.
And when he first sees Jaka, he also I have no interest in such foolishness. But the later Cerebus is interested in women.
Yeah. Or is it just Jaka? I mean, I wonder.
He not once again, not to jump ahead, but he spends a big chunk of time just screwing Red Sophia. So
that's true. Yeah, in like high society. Yeah, I keep forgetting. Yeah. So maybe it's
just interesting his evolution as a sexual creature.
Yeah, I know, which is always like the hard thing to like I feel like I'm always making caveats to people when I'm trying to explain. I mean, there are a lot of caveats, but but that's certainly like one of the biggest, earliest ones.
Yeah,
is that it's cross species.
Yes.
So,
though he seems accepted, even though there aren't any other non-human characters walking around.
Right.
The fact that he's an aardvark doesn't seem to be that off-putting to everyone he meets.
Right. And I mean, I guess that's like part of the joke, and like part of it's, being like a parody that you have to accept it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
All right. So anyway, he's feeling the effects. He's drowsy. And now he notices Jaka. And here's a great inverse of the last time. She's big, he's small.
Yeah, I like the black, like how he blacks out the background too. I mean, that's a cool effect, to just show that he's just love struck.
Yeah, this these bottom panels here, this sequence is great.
Mm-hmm.
And the psi lettering looks like it's straight from a greeting card or
yeah. It like reminds me of like Peanuts or something, I feel like there's a Snoopy like making that same expression,
That's a great call. I could see this on a Peanuts greeting card, a Valentine's Day card.
Right. Yeah.
And for some reason, this guy believes that Cerebus is now in his command, and he's going to tell him where to find the gold that I guess the dead guy was supposed to pass on to them, that information.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then we get the next page, and so they're getting ready, and you once again here's how giant this guy is compared to this little guy. Some interesting anatomy here.
I know, like his forearm. That foreshortening's a bit off.
Yeah.
And the hand too,
So a bit interesting. Also, very long head for a guy that's probably like 4'6",
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's like the shapes. It seems like he's still trying to figure out like how to draw the character all throughout the issue.
Yeah.
So,
I love this panel here, though. The one at the bottom.
Yeah.
Cerebus is love struck, full cartoon character. But now you get a real depth of this room. These other textures are great. He loves this texture. He puts it everywhere.
Yeah, that hatching. Yeah, I like the smoke too. That's like, you know, going horizontal like that.
Yeah.
That's really really nice touch. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting his tail too. You know, like he's starting to make, you know, like his tail is, you know, very expressive. You know,
You're
like
right.
he's like thinking about that. You know, I guess he's thinking about the whole character and, you know, like body language more. So yeah, and you know, I like the grass skirt. You know, he seems to be having fun. You know, like using that as like a way to show movement. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, the lighting the lighting in this panel is I have no idea if it's even remotely plausible, but I think it looks great. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's like double lighting. You know, it's like it's coming from the back, but also the front because it's, you know, shooting cast shadows to the left, but then
Yeah.
but then like there's also the shadow like on her back. I mean, you know, this is quibbling.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah.
It's artistic. They used to call it artistic lighting when I was in art school.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Doesn't have sense.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. I don't really care if it makes sense or not. I like the effect. I mean, this here, she seems to be almost generating a starburst, you know, because otherwise I'm not sure what that lighting would be. But yeah, it's a great panel. You know, these rocks in the background that he's got going on. Look
it's
great
almost
in
like
this
a halo,
panel.
you know, actually like the starburst.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry to interrupt.
No, that's great. So anyway, this guy comes over. He's gonna try to get Cerebus on the move, and Cerebus just punches him in the stomach with his tail. That's something I don't remember seeing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the first time he's used that tail as a weapon.
Yeah, and so he tells the big guy, "You're gonna have to go talk to him." And of course, the big guy's thinking, "I don't really want to do that. I got pounded on before."
Yeah. Right. Shows you how tough Cerebus is.
Does. And this character goes through quite a transformation in these three bottom panels.
Yeah.
You know, kind of looks like a different guy each time.
Yeah, like his hair. It's like you got a haircut in the second panel. And then it grows back in the third.
Yeah. All right. Okay, and now we finally get to see Jaka's face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like it's like, you know, it definitely hints at Dave's later drawing style, or the drawing style that he eventually settles into, you know, like the way that he's drawing her eyes.
Yes.
Especially.
Yeah, it's a really great moment. I guess we have the advantage of knowing what a major part of the series she becomes, but
it's true.
But yeah, it's, you know, looking back, he delivered a great moment for such a big character on their first appearance.
Yeah. And that silhouette on the bottom left does kind of bother me. I wish you could see more of her torso. You know?
Okay.
So it seems like a little weird. I mean, you know, like it's just this arm.
Yeah, with like, the fuzzy textures coming off. Yeah.
So, but you know, a quibble.
Yeah. Cerebus looks great on this page. All these reactions. This panel here, I think, is especially a winner, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good at like showing that nervousness, you know, like meeting someone you're really attracted to.
Yeah, so he's literally floating on air here, full like Pepe Le Pew style.
Yeah, totally.
And then Meanwhile, while he's loves, sorry, go ahead, Carl.
Oh, like I have a quibble about that panel. I wish
Okay.
if I was drawing that, I would have had his tail sticking out of the panel. You know, that seemed to be like a good place to break the panel.
Sure.
It would, make it, even more effective that he's floating.
Yeah, that's yeah, that's a good observation. He doesn't do a whole lot of panel breaking though, does he?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Yeah, he keeps the borders pretty firm, at least in this early stage.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, while he's love struck, the pair that's trying to manipulate him start to freak out because these hooded characters, these hooded characters are now making an appearance coming down the stairs. Yeah, the Brothers of the Black Sun have now shown up. I think adding these guys is almost, I don't know, an unneeded complication for this issue, but they have a cool look.
Yeah, it's a great design, and like it fits right in,
Yeah.
Just with the overall textures of the world, I mean, especially those hoods. I'm pretty sure he's used those circles for like wall textures and things like that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So there's a weird like cohesion with all the mark making.
Yeah, and I like these last two panels. Very Master of Kung Fu.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's getting that from Gene Day, who was, his friend and the artist of Masters of Kung Fu at the time, right? Or was it later? It wasn't 78.
I'm not sure. It has to be very close though. Yeah. This looks so much like a Kung Fu film. The screen, guys moving in silhouette pass. He's now brought these rocks back.
Yeah.
It's a great visual.
Totally. Yeah, it looks great.
All right. And so yeah. These guys inadvertently get a bar fight going. He thinks he's gonna go and pull Cerebus away from Jaka. He just ends up getting thrown into a table. Yeah, this is not one of my favorite sequences we've seen so far. I feel like weird things are happening off panel.
Yeah, that seems to be something that he's like relying on more and more, is to show the action off panel. And whether that's a choice because of time constraints, to like the difficulty of like choreographing a cool fight scene, or it's there's just a lot in the story that he needs to cram in. It's probably both. But I agree. I mean, I feel like he should have at least tried to make it like something.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like, the panels he does have, he's laboring over them. He's putting a lot of work into these panels.
Right.
Even this panel here with just, it's a sound. It's also an unclear sound effect because it's Cerebus knocking Elas into a table. But this sound effect doesn't really convey that necessarily. This is a weird panel, but it looks really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the panel on the right would have been more apt, if he had like a different sound effects, because if he's crashing into a table, it wouldn't just be that one noise.
Yeah. I like this panel a lot more. If you're going to have stuff going off panel, throw in some good sound effects.
Exactly.
But yeah, so then we get this action sequence where this big guy, they're all going to get into it. Bodies are flying, smashing into, at least here the action gets a little it's still unclear, but at least it's actiony.
Mhm. Yeah, there's some swooping lines, and there's some debris flying, limbs flailing. So although like that Kurtzman like head hitting the wall, I
Yeah.
mean, I just feel like that's like something out of like a Hey Look Harvey Kurtzman strip.
You're right. It's just geometric shapes.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's a cool look.
it is. I like the mug of ale in the foreground, and that's effective with like the ale on the ground. So that's a good choice.
Yes. And he's asked in the middle of this fight, Cerebus is asking, do you know where I can find Jaka?
Mhm.
This barbarian guy says, Jaka, that whore, what do you want with her, a midget?
Yeah.
This guy looks great. Also, great Dave Sim character here.
Yeah, and the perfect expression too. Very condescending face.
Yes. Yeah, even with the busted teeth.
Well, yeah, kind of gnarled.
So then Cerebus is mad because the guy referred to Jaka as a whore.
Right.
Things suddenly come get still because he's starting to lose his mind, and we get the nice silhouette panel here, and then he jumps up and down like I don't know, your Looney Tune character of choice,
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. It's great. Although, yeah, I mean, like later Sim probably would have like thrown some like lines, some like like vertical lines like through the thump.
Sure. Oh, you're right. Yeah.
To like give it that extra oomph.
Yeah, very true.
And then that last panel too, with the grid up top, like inside the black, like with the cursors, it's just totally an abstraction.
Yeah.
But works with the panel. It's like that's not a background. That's
no. He loves those. He puts them all over the place, but it's great because it is sort of a unifying touch that he puts in all these buildings and scenarios. So you get used to them, right?
Yeah. I mean, like you're not even like looking at them, but because they're there, it does in your brain, like when you're reading the comics, like makes sense. It's like a subconscious thing.
Yeah.
I guess, that's just the power of comics if you're reading them a certain way.
So these two idiots, the small guys beaten up, and they're going to go, basically they're going to go get Jaka and try to get her to help them with Cerebus. They'll pay her 10 gold pieces and get a percentage. This not his best Jaka drawing, this lower left panel.
Yeah, he's still figuring it out.
Yeah. I think he does a pretty good job with her on everything else, but this one looks like a totally different character.
Yeah, and like the arm too. I mean, that's she doesn't have a wrist or a hand. It's a tube with some tentacles.
Yes, that's very true.
See, kids, that's why it's important to draw from life.
That's right. And he does a good job with this, with Elas looking beat up, all this bruising. You get some nice. It's very Frank Miller, Klaus Janson kind of looking.
Oh yeah, totally. That's right out of Daredevil.
Yeah, totally looks like Daredevil effects. I mean, this black eye the guy has up here, which he doesn't seem to have as much down here, but it's a great black eye, and all it is just some lines and smudges.
Yeah, it's really effective. And his cheek too.
But suddenly this guy is fresh out of Daredevil or Ronin or something.
Yeah. which comes after, right?
Yeah. Daredevil, might be a direct contemporary, but
yeah,
it's
someone
close.
watching put it in the notes.
That's right. Yes, someone will comment and tell us the right. I mean, I should know. We just made this damn superhero list, so I do know when
yeah,
when he's working on Daredevil.
Well, I mean, like myself, we're into the Mazzucchelli,
yes,
Miller stuff more than Jansen Miller stuff.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Miller started writing Daredevil in '79.
Okay, so after.
So yeah, it was after. I mean, he might have been drawing Daredevil right around the same time, but I don't think he quite developed this series, developed his visual language yet. But I bet they're pulling from the same sources, right? I mean, whatever is in the zeitgeist.
Sure, yeah. I'm sure somebody else will say, "Oh, actually, it's John Buscema from."
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're gonna pull out something we're not thinking of.
Yeah.
So the next scene is Jaka talking to Cerebus. Very, very cute scene. I mean, look at this great panel here on the right.
Yeah, right.
What a great expression on his face.
It is. Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, I love that. He seems extra short in this issue to me. You pointed out earlier in relation to the big guy, but it seems like in every panel he's I don't know, maybe he seems bigger in this one, smaller in this one, but
and then bigger in that one. Like the fifth panel, or like Jaka seems very small.
That's true. I think he does Jaka pretty effectively in these. She's not developed yet for sure, but at least she looks like the same character.
Yeah, he's getting there.
Yeah, he is. Also, I just think his lettering, I mean, this is just regular old lettering, but it's good, but also it's getting that Dave Sim touch. He has that sort of personal style. Like he could have clearly cleaned it up a little bit and been a Marvel or DC letterer, which would have been a waste. But he just has this nice, you just know his lettering when you look at it, even if it's just a regular dialogue balloon.
Yeah, it's just like the way that like the horizontal lines of the letters kind of point up, like they all kind of go in the certain way. That's the trick to doing good lettering, is that have all the horizontals match,
Interesting. So she says they said they would kill Jaka. She didn't help them. She has this kind of sly looking back look on her face. And of course,
I like that expression.
I do too. Yeah. And now Cerebus is who said they would kill Jaka. So he shows up at the tavern.
Yep.
And nice kick sound effect here.
Funny.
Kind of cracks me up. But yeah, once again, kind of pulling in the Looney Tunes or maybe old 30s slapstick films. Turd just goes flying through the wall.
It's very Charlie Chaplin or Buster Keaton.
Yeah. This is I really like this image here of Turd going through the wall. But I love that he surrounds it with this, kind of, I don't know if that's lighting or just a blank, but just great lettering and all these little hatches he does.
Yeah, it really focuses it. Again with the panel break, I don't know why that bugs me so much. Like I want that T to like break the panel.
Sure.
Just more dynamic.
Yeah, and then just another full sound effect. He likes that talk. Here's talk again, And he also uses, in the last time he did talk, he used this sort of weird lighting with the tail. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's weird abstraction.
It is. He clearly associates it with something, but maybe it's just he thinks it looks cool. I don't know.
I'm sure that's most of it. Yeah. And I like that shape too of the like last panel there on the right. Cerebus walking away, but just that silhouetted outline. It's, you know, I mean, I know it's like a broken wall, but it just looks really cool. You know,
he's got debris falling here. You know that. Yeah, it's good looking stuff. So he goes back to Jaka.
Look how tiny her head is on the fourth panel.
This one here.
Yeah,
you're right.
But yeah, I know. I mean, it really feels like punching down because he is so young and like learning, you know. But
yeah, and you said it before in previous episodes, but I mean, he's already really good for a guy who's had no formal training. You know, he's basically just learned from comic books.
Totally, yeah.
And he's putting out complete issues with lots of cool shit in them.
Yeah. He's like what, 22?
Yeah. So yeah, we're picking on some of this stuff, but it's like you said, they really are quibbles because I mean, he's doing a lot of great stuff here for a guy so young and without any real training and without any sort of controls that are imposed on him are self-imposed. He doesn't have editors, he doesn't have publishers. He can just do whatever he wants and put these things out every 2 months.
I know, it's incredible. It's inspiring.
Yeah, it really is. So the potion seems to be somewhat wearing off, and he's still enamored with Jaka, but now he's thinking about the gold, and that's kind of taking over again. Which also is sort of like a Looney Tunes trope, right? When they would, you know, Daffy or someone would get obsessed with money and it would make them manic. Kind of this sequence of panels here I really like.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, that's like another thing that he uses to great effect, like going forward.
Yeah,
and like has before too.
What's that, Carl?
And like he has before too, with like the narrow panels, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, like just showing different expressions, you know.
Yes.
So like a moment to moment movement.
Yeah, I don't know this. There's nothing about it that says Fritz the cat, but for some reason, I have this kind of. This brings to mind some sort of almost drug-addled sequence from a Fritz the Cat. Maybe even more the movie than the comics, you know?
Yeah, it is more batchy.
Yeah.
You know what I think it is? It's like that middle panel there, like with the squiggle mouth. You know, I feel like Fritz like had that squiggle mouth.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned Peanuts earlier, right? This would be a great Linus, you know.
Oh yeah, good call. Right.
Yeah, Linus or Charlie Brown feeling something.
Right. Yeah, like embarrassed. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're gonna, you know, he's telling Jaka, you know, we'll go and get this the jewels and do whatever. Yeah, these two idiots again.
Thor. It's totally Thor.
Yeah, it's got to be. This guy's mangled beyond repair at this point.
That second panel, I like how he just didn't use a holding line for the staircase, and it's just all hatching. You know, that's a cool effect. It's almost like shades of Gerhard. It's like a very simple version of Gerhard. I feel like he did that a lot once he started coming in with the backgrounds.
Is this this staircase? Do you think is this ink?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you mean?
It's so light. I was wondering, is it just because he's using thin lines to achieve that, or I didn't know if it was, if pencil would show up, but
yeah, no, it's definitely like
definitely
ink. Yeah, it's definitely ink. I mean,
Yeah.
you can see it like at the top because some of the lines are thicker.
Sure.
He's still kind of clumsy with the
Yeah.
pen, so
Yeah.
you know.
It's a great effect though. It gives it this sort of dreamy.
Yeah. It's like it's like washed with light.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I like this panel too here with this great speech balloon.
I was just gonna say, yeah, that is like very effective, and also that that's something that he develops later. Well, like that expression looks more like later Sim, like that face. It's less Barry Windsor Smith.
Yeah, you're right. Great Dave Sim face.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Cerebus goes and he's trying to procure some supplies. And as he's doing this, looking at fabric, silk, I guess, the potion wears off.
Mm-hmm.
And he's now back to all business Cerebus, the guy who only cares about drinking and treasure.
Yeah.
But once again, 4 vertical panels where the character looks different in every one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then that weird sculpture at the top. It's kind of, you can't not talk about that.
Yeah, it looks cool though.
It does look cool.
It looks cool. Don't know what the point is, but it's funny because he clearly put a lot of work into it.
Yeah.
For just something to take up the foreground in one panel,
I know. It seems to be like a mashup of like a bunch of different styles. It's like pre-Columbian art, and
that's
also
right here.
Greek and Roman. It's. I wonder where he's pulling from.
Yeah, and then this thing here, I don't know what we're doing here.
Yeah, it's like a callback to that monster that we were schooled about that was actually in like a Conan comic.
That's right. It could be. Yeah. I mean, at this point, we know he's filling this stuff with Barry Windsor Smith Conan images that you and I are kind of blissfully ignorant of.
Have you gone back and looked at everything else? No, immediately.
No. I can't say how much interest, though I very much appreciate the people who've pointed out that stuff.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. So once again, I feel like these guys they've served their purpose, but he keeps going back to them, and these whatever these guys are called, Brotherhood of the Black Sun or whatever.
Right.
It's sort of a needless complication. He could just be doing Jaka Cerebus drama from here on out.
Yeah. But I mean, he probably feels the need to stick to the parody, stick to the source material.
That's true.
It's like not a lot of romance in those.
Yeah. Yeah. Good call. So this guy, he's basically been beaten into pudding, but he's gonna get out there and try to get Cerebus, and runs into these Brotherhood guys. And beat me up carefully, would you? And you can just hear Elmer Fudd saying that, Yeah.
Beat me up carefully, would you?
Yeah, just you're in the last minute of a Looney Tunes cartoon, and he at that point there's acceptance. They know what's coming.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, once again, these guys look awesome, even though they never say anything.
Yeah.
Very, very Jim Starlin 70s.
Oh, good call. Yeah.
Right. You can see these in an issue of Star Reach or something.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I didn't even think of that. That's exactly where he's pulling it from.
I think he's got to be. Yeah, very cool visuals. Can't believe the amount of effort he puts into these hoods.
And I know. I gotta wonder if that's like a tone, because again, it's like Zipatone made like a lot of different
True.
tones.
You hope so. You hope so, because if he's drawing all these little circles, Jesus Christ,
he's just avoiding hanging out with Denny.
That's right. Yeah, he did the proposal and then he went up to draw these hoods.
Yeah, in 16 hours.
So Cerebus is coming back to where he doesn't even know why he was here, but he comes back and he's going to come to this tavern.
Mm-hmm.
And Jaka is legitimately excited to see him.
Yeah, I like the little wave of the fabric.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. And then Cerebus is like baby Cerebus.
That's right. Yeah. Yes, that's very true. These legs got really short.
It works.
But yeah, and he's like, I don't know any Jaka, and he doesn't remember their conversations about running off together.
Drunk, maybe.
That's right. And so she gives him the bottle of apricot brandy. He had mentioned earlier wanting to lick that out of her navel. So
you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and Jaka she becomes very I don't know, weary, severe kind of here.
Yeah.
Like the buoyancy has just been drained out of her.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly she took this a lot harder than you would have guessed early on.
Right.
When you thought she was manipulating him, which maybe she was, but now she's taking it pretty hard. But
yeah. He hasn't had a lot of experience with women yet.
No. And the experience he does have will be questionable later. So
we'll come to that in a few years.
That's right. So anyway, but it's still a nice page,
Yeah. I like the zooming in, moment, like the bottom three.
Yeah, it's very cinematic,
Very cinematic,
yeah. French New Wave or something. He's got someone walking into the camera. It's a nice end of the issue, and you kind of assume she'll reappear, though nobody could assume she was going to do what she would do later, right?
Oh yeah, become a huge part of the series.
Yeah.
Major character.
And of course, we have to have this map again.
Yeah, Dave must owe him like money or something.
I wonder if he was paying him every issue for the use of it.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Later Dave Sim we know would have, right? I'll send him a check. He would always say stuff like that, and but
yeah, he was very, very proud about paying. I mean, as he should be,
Yes, of course, 100%. But yeah, so once again, this map, and questionable whether it was worth having or not.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about the Arbrock comment, but like that Mike Zuli page, it's interesting because I know this is the first bi-weekly that we're looking at, but
yes,
he had been hyping this thing called a single page. The first 5 issues. So this is the first one that's running.
Okay.
So it's speaking of paying other artists to do stuff within the pages of Cerebus, this is a great example of that. So
yeah, it is.
So he invited anyone to submit like a 1-page comic.
Gotcha.
And he'd print the best one and pay them. So it's kind of dumb, but it's it's cool to see Zuli. I mean, I wonder if this is before Puma Blues.
That's a good question. I have to think it's probably around the same time.
89.
Yeah, because so this is 89. he and Denny split sometime in the mid '80s. Spoiler alert.
Right.
And she takes all of the other Aardvark Vanaheim titles, but then he starts publishing Puma Blues. So he might have already been doing Puma Blues at this point.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It was probably 88.
Yeah, and you can tell with Zuli, he's he's got all of the trimmings later that he'll have, but like his figure work is pretty off,
Yeah, it is.
But it's still a very pretty image, which of course Zuli was he would get better obviously at his people, but still very pretty looking though.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's
not into it.
Yeah.
Speaking of Barry Windsor Smith influence, here's a nice pretty Raphael-esque.
Yeah, right. But like not. I mean, like if you've like studied the pre-Raphaelites, I mean, they were much. I mean, this is like just so abstracted, like that bark.
Yeah.
It doesn't really look like bark.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah, there's something off about it. I mean, it's like cluttered, but like like a lot of I mean, I should have been I can't even articulate it. What's wrong with it?
By 89, I mean, Zuli might have been getting on to Swamp Thing here pretty soon.
Oh, really?
He may have even been on. I mean, trying to remember what the timeline is for that, but he does Swamp Thing with Rick Veitch, and they have to stop because of the Jesus story.
Was Zuli inking Veitch?
I think Zuli was drawing. I think he was the artist.
Oh, he was? Okay.
I want to say maybe Alcala was the inker.
Oh wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. But yeah, Zuli, because they're about to finish that Rick Veitch Jesus story.
Right.
And Zuli's passed away. So which is very unfortunate that DC didn't have their shit together for the last 30-something years.
Yeah.
But
it was tragic.
Yeah. So yeah, Zuli's not quite formed, but I mean, he's Swamp Thing, and then not too long after that, he's in Taboo with Neil Gaiman. So yeah, right. Zuli's kind of an interesting artist. Like I find his style more appealing than you do, obviously, but he's never quite all the way there either. It's yeah. Anyway, we're spending a lot of time talking about Michael Zuli.
You're right.
All right, let's talk about Aardvark Comet here. What were there any letters of interest to you? I mean, Michael Moorcock appears.
Right. Yeah.
Who Elrod was based on Elric.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty interesting that he had already seen it. That's very quick, right?
It is, yeah. Considering he's in England too.
Yeah, he's in England. He's a pretty big name fantasy author, and he's seen this obscure Canadian self-published comic.
Yeah, I wonder how he got it to him. I mean, must.
Yeah,
like Gene Day or something, or who knows?
Yeah, I mean, maybe just a fan connection of some kind. Maybe it was being sold in England by then. Who knows?
Yeah, I know. Like, what was the distribution? I mean, it was Titan, probably, right? Or
I don't even know. I mean, yeah, a total mystery to me. To be honest, it's still a mystery to me. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think. Well, I mean, it was Titan. Like they were because what's his name? Nick was the guy that founded Forbidden Planet. He's the Titan Comics, but also they became a distributor for a lot of North American comics.
Yeah. What's interesting to me about this Moorcock letter, though, is my only complaint, and it's hardly that, is that the Elrod drawn derives from no description of mine, but from Barry Smith. He used Jack Goggins' Elric covers for Lancer as a model. Jack Goggins' ideas were all his own and did not follow my descriptions at all. Interesting to see a third generation version.
That's a backhanded compliment.
It is. But good context, right? For a guy that we know is aping Barry Windsor Smith. That,
Right.
yeah, pretty cool.
It is a cool insight. I know. First Frank Thorne, now Michael Moorcock.
That's right.
Unfortunate name.
Yeah, it might actually be more Coke.
It probably is. I'm
we'll
sure that's people.
We'll let somebody correct us.
Small Coke.
That's right.
Is that better?
Yeah. Any of these other letters? Oh, there's a whole production.
Yes. Right. That was the note that I had. Right.
Yeah.
Just basically saying that they're like juggling a lot of, like the money coming in isn't as, they're like having cash flow problems.
Sure.
So, right. And he's starting to sell the original art to offset that.
That's right. Yeah.
He's encouraging people who are interested to write in, but like he doesn't say like what the price is. So I wonder what he was. Oh no, he does. Yeah, the cost is $20.
Yeah,
right?
Fantastic.
Okay. I know.
He also sold the complete issue 4, which is pretty incredible, right? For someone his age at that beginning, selling a complete issue.
Yeah, $20.
In $1978. I mean,
yeah, what's $100 in 1978? Let's see.
Right. Probably 4 or 5 times more now, right? But that would be like $400, give or take.
Yeah.
He's doing a 20-page issue. I mean, $400, nothing to sneeze at.
So it's almost $2,000 in today's.
Which would be a great deal, but for a guy who's trying to pay the rent, that $2,000 probably made a really big difference.
Totally.
And putting out, and if handing over $2,000 isn't something everyone can do now. I mean, so somebody really liked that Elrod issue, is what I'm getting at.
Probably Michael Moorcock.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, which would be great. And at the bottom, he has a list of people he thanks for how much they've helped. Right. Phil Suling, Denny, Michael Lubert, who helped with the map, Harry Kremer, who runs Now and Then Books,
right,
and then a few John Biernat and Jim Friel, who don't know who they are, Frank Thorne, Mike Friedrich of Star Reach, Jean Day, and Sally. We don't know who Sally is.
Probably his girlfriend or wife.
Maybe so. Yeah. So anyway, interesting list of people. Phil Suling and Harry Kremer being mentioned is interesting. And Mike Friedrich was, he did Star Reach, and he was also he was like the first agent. He was the first comics agent.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And
like,
he what's that?
Like, what kind of an agent was he?
He would represent artists to companies. He was just like your agent now. He would go and try to work out deals and get better deals for them. Mostly back then would have been page rates, obviously, but I believe he was hired by Marvel a couple of years after this to be like their first guy to deal with the direct market. He was the first guy to be the liaison to try to grow that market.
Interesting.
Yeah, so he had an interesting career. I don't know what he did after that. I think he kept his hand in comics for years, maybe just as an agent again. But yeah, he was around. He was in the mix doing stuff.
Wow, so that's such a great contact for Dave Sim to have at that point.
It is. Yeah, and he didn't he appear in the Quack anthology, which was published by.
Oh right. That was Marvel, wasn't it?
No, Quack was Star Reach. It was it was their funny animal title.
Right, yeah, because it was like Steve Lieber, or was it Steve Englehart? Like, who was the writer of Howard the Duck?
Gerber, Steve Gerber.
Gerber, yeah. Didn't he like defect or something and like start Quack. Like
That's
or
possible. I honestly don't remember.
there's like a history that's like related to Gerber.
Yeah,
Again,
and
correct.
Dave Sim did those Beavers comics.
Right. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Beavers.
Yeah. So the digital version we've been using this issue doesn't show this. So here's the nice ad for the next issue.
That's right.
I think it's a great ad.
Yeah, it's cool. Backed by
yeah,
popular.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's already got a character that people love that's not the main character. And I also like that he's not using I think this was true last issue too. He's not using an image or a cover. It's its own separate thing.
Yeah. Like no backgrounds too. It's just like silhouetted characters.
Yes. And then the back issue just has his ad for Phil Seuling's comic book marketplace.
Yeah.
Same thing he's had.
You know, I bet he was charging him, or like Phil was probably giving him money to run that ad. So I'm sure that was helping.
Maybe so. Also could just be that he was surviving because of Phil Seuling. and he let him run an ad. I don't know. True. Yeah. Either way, it makes sense, right? I mean, but yeah, this comic art convention, you know, in Philadelphia, in New York.
Can you imagine?
Guests, exhibits, artwork, old and new comics, films, costume parade with cash prizes, panels, slideshows, and talks.
Man, my God.
Yeah.
to go to that, like
it'd be incredible.
Yeah, it would be like, who knows what you would find there, you know, for like nothing.
For nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this ad for new comic book distribution, this, you know, wacky new idea that there's going to be distribution to comic book stores.
Right.
This guy's come up with Seagate, Phil Seuling.
Yeah.
Marvel, DC, Warren, and the best and newest of the fanzines, undergrounds, posters, buttons, and other material.
Right.
So yeah.
That's, you know, that's the groundwork. I mean, it's, you know, it's you know, it's so modest and small, but like that really just becomes like the savior of the industry.
Yeah.
It was on its last legs, right? Because like, you know, like a lot of the major newsstand distributors were like not selling comics anymore, right? Like, isn't there?
They were definitely the whole system was so corrupt and ill managed that, yeah, I mean, it was profitable enough that Marvel and DC hung on for, you know, probably almost 20 more years, and Archie, of course, who always managed to hang in there. But yeah, the direct market was a real lifesaver for everybody.
Yeah, because like a lot of the head shops were closing by then too, right? So a lot of the underground publishers were having a hard time getting distribution.
Yeah, the undergrounds were fucked. They were pretty much fucked. But the drug laws and the obscenity laws had made it that it just wasn't worth the effort to carry those comics.
It was too risky. No, it's crazy.
And obviously something like this would have never appeared on a newsstand. Maybe in Kitchener, maybe if he knew somebody in Toronto or something, he could have gotten it at a few magazine stands.
Sure. But even that's not worth the effort, you know?
No, not even close. No. So yeah, the direct market really is sort of a godsend for any sort of interesting material. If you want to publish anything for a readership older than 14, you know, you had to have the comic shops.
Yeah. Well,
all right. Well, there we go.
We can only pray that it comes back in that.
That's right.
You know, and then we can stop drawing these graphic novels and pitching them to Random House and go back to self-publish a bi-monthly.
Yes, that's very true. All right. Well, I think that's it. We'll come back again for number 7.
Looking forward to it.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for everyone watching. Appreciate it.